Hello and welcome to the video for the Panasonic HDC-SD90 or HDC-SD90 I should say. A compact video camera with a bit more weight in it than the normal, but it's small, it's compact, it's very easy to handle, and it comes with these accessories. So for starters, there's the Panasonic mains adapter. There's about a metre or so of cable on the DC plug there to plug it in. The mains lead for it, the UK mains lead, a three-legged pistol type grip to be able to film with your hand out fully or up in the air. Very useful that, I'll come to that in a bit more, and a USB cable. I'll come to that in a bit more because those little accessories make this a very usable camera. Now I am actually filming this with exactly the same camera. It's probably at the same factory, built within a couple of months of each other, I would imagine. I've been so impressed with it, and I've tried lots of different video cameras for this type of videoing. Really, regardless, pound for pound value, this is really the business. It is far superior than most of the other cameras I've come across. I mean, obviously Panasonic, tried and trusted name for quality. Okay, 5 megapixels on the stills, nothing special. Stills are pretty good though, but what you do get is a cracking good lens. You get an f1.8 lens, lets in lots of light. You get an automated shutter across the lens so that when you just pull the door open, the lens opens. The glass is mint as well. There is an LED there as well for night viewing and twin stereo microphones. So the lens itself is 28mm, so I'm sat only a foot here, and you can see how wide the footage is. I mean, okay, there are some that are 20mm, but you've got to spend a lot more money. Tripod mount, which is metal in there. There is the SD card holder with a little door that flips up and down. You'll need an SD card for it. An SDXC is the best one to go for. There's a battery clip which holds the Panasonic battery. It's holding up very well, and these tend to last a reasonable length of time. And they just plug in the back, dead easy. I seldomly ever take mine out because there are some nifty features with this. This USB cable enables you to be able to transfer the data from the card to your computer. That's pretty simple. But also it can charge the camera. So via the mini B connector there, plugging that in to any 5-volt source enables you to charge the camera. Very handy if you're out and about and you stop for coffee. You can plug it into a power bank and it will charge up and replenish the battery. Okay, you know, it might not be the fastest of charging, but it will add extra power, and you can carry on with your afternoon's filming. It has excellent audio quality. You don't need to worry about an external microphone, but if you do, there is an external microphone input there, 3.5mm. There's a hot shoe adapter that isn't with the camera, but you can pick them up. They are pretty rare actually, everyone tends to lose them, and it just slots in there, and you can mount a microphone on the top there, a shotgun type microphone or whatever you want to use. But you could use a Bluetooth microphone if you wanted to. So I mean, this is the type of audio you're going to experience. I think it's perfectly adequate, and I'm sat behind this camera. The lens, 21 times optical zoom, 40 times digital. So optically, it's not got the longest zooms, but it works extremely well because it has got OIS, optical image stabilization, and there's a button there to press for that. There's a couple of buttons here just for manual use to override the auto. I use mine in auto all the time. The macro's excellent as well, and if you want to select a basic type of recording, you can go to 1080p, or you can just scroll through the menu and hit record setup and record mode, and look, you get these AVHCDs settings. I use 920 for YouTube, but if you're using it on a slightly lesser bit rate, the 960 by 540 is more than adequate. Its touchscreen works fine. Unfortunately, it's not the fastest of touchscreens, but it works fine. You know, it's pretty good. 4.5 megapixel is the image sensors on still, but you can see on here that if I just focus up on the plant and zoom in, a bit too much zoom, but there we are. It zooms and focuses extremely quickly. Another plus point. Also, the camera screen flips round so you can do your selfie work, and I'll just show you, and I'll zoom out, and there I am filming you on my Panasonic SD90, as it says just there, whatever it is. So I use mine on a tripod all the time. It just sits here, I grab it and I do my videos, and then I can just bring them up onto the screen really quickly onto the PC. Makes great sense. There is a bit of editing software for just clipping the files down, but it's fairly basic. You might want to invest in some form of video editing software. I don't. I just basically shoot and get it done. Don't really want to spend too much time, but I'm going on a bit longer about this camera because it is actually a bit of a find. You'll use a Sony, you'll use Samsung's, and you'll regret not taking the plunge on one of these, I can assure you. If you're one of these people who are permanently searching for something that gives you a better picture quality or just general user interface, it's pretty good for that. This tripod is great for selfie work, so basically you can sit it like so, you can twist the screen round, and you can take your videos of yourself talking, like a talking heads type video. I didn't mention there's Dolby sound, so no wonder it's got good audio quality as well. I didn't really notice that. So what else have we got? Oh yeah, so basically in video mode, rather than use the grip on the side, so the handheld part like that, which is also very good order, it's hardly been used. I hope that would indicate that the camera's condition is pretty good. This enables you to be able to hold the camera out at full length. So essentially, I mean, that's focused in on that plant, and that is extremely close. Let's see how close I can get to it. I mean, you won't be able to see that, but that's still razor sharp on the focusing, and we're less than a centimetre away from the front lens. So the macro is incredibly good. So you can enjoy those sort of macro detail shots, which is another world of photography and videoing, which is really quite interesting. So yeah, you can hold it down low, tilt the screen up. You can hold it up high and tilt the screen down. I shan't hold it up high, but you get my drift. Point full length. So if you're in a crowd, you can just stick it right up in the air at full arm's length without having to articulate one's wrist. So yeah, that tripod's a nice little handy feature. You're going to have to be careful with this tripod leg, actually. I'm struggling with it, but it does stick. You've just got to pull it down, so push it down towards that way. It sticks when it's pushed up. If you just pull it down, it extends fine, then it sits there. Now the instructions aren't with it, but you can download those from Panasonic's website. Dead easy to do. It's well worth having a read of it just to get the settings exactly right. But I use mine in auto mode. It sets the scene, it pushes it into macro mode, it does it into landscapes, and it just works extremely well in AI mode. As I say, charging from USB is a real godsend, because if I just stick it by the side of the PC and download my files, I turn it off and the red light blinks and flashes, and it keeps the battery always charged, so there's no messing about really with this. So it makes this a bit superfluous, but it is nice to have it. You do get it. As in the AC adapter. I didn't show where the AC adapter plugs in. It goes in the side here. It's just a little cover, and that's where your DC pin plug goes in. So two methods of charging it: DC in 5 volts or USB 5 volts. Now you're probably extremely bored, so I think we'll leave it like that. But that is the SD90, and as I say, a damn good video recorder. Let's just move mine in to show you how the zoom works. So I'll just zoom in on that. There, we're going to turn that out of focus because we're a bit too close, but look, nice smooth zoom as well. And are you hearing any zoom noise on the camera? I can't hear it. Zoom in, but the lens actually moves within the camera up and down, so that's pretty good. But there we are, back to the widest. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.